I've been right by your side, just hold tight to me. To be your lady, with this life. 'Cause now staring right back at me, but they won't see me cry. This fight wasn't made for everybody, but it's different.
Alright guys,
Easy, mate. You all right?
I'm good mate. How are you?
Good, good, good.
How was Santa Claus?
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
You got a little boy, yeah?
2 boys and a girl. I only took the boys off.
Enjoy it.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
That's good. Matt's going. Is it next week he's going, I think, yeah?
Yeah, Christmas Day. Yeah, he's going.
Is it Christmas Day he's going, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, it'll be there Christmas Day anyway. Same place, funnily enough. Exactly the same place.
Yeah, he's
sick. Bucket list trip.
he's got all sorts lined up, and he's some of the reindeers, and I'm sure did you do all that, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Drove huskies. Couldn't get them to stop, mate. Only weigh 11 stone.
Smart. Nice, mate.
Done much trading this week, Jason? It's only Monday, isn't it? Last week?
Last week, nothing major last week. It was all right, yeah. Nothing over the top. It's getting busy for me now. The taxis, obviously, Christmas parties and that. So, yeah, obviously the market's starting to slow down. So, yeah, it's. I don't know about Bitcoin though. Bitcoin might keep on going.
Yeah,
not sure. It's yeah, in and out. That's where I like it. Guessing you've been traded now. You away all, was it 5 days you're away?
3, but I've not done any trades for a week now. I need to get on it tomorrow.
Who's you guys? We've got Chris, Sam, Alan, Danny, Steve, Stuart, Lee, and Malcolm. Anybody else? No. You guys on. Right, cool. So we spoke about this potential trade setup last night. Did anybody take this today? No. A few of you in Discord who took it. So I was waiting for a bit of a further pullback, to be fair. So I didn't actually get the top until quite lower down, but yeah, it was fine. It was I went in a little bit less risk because I really thought that was liquidity. So also, if you go back to where we were talking about last night, I'll go on the 4 hour. So originally we were looking at this section here, weren't we? Just delete that. Delete that. So we're looking at that 4 hours in there, yeah. We could have gone over to that because obviously that's what did actually sweep and did the damage. It did connect into here, right? So going back to Tarzan, if he's gone from one tree to the next tree, then there's no really purpose for Tarzan to come back on himself to that other tree unless he found a nice female that he was had his eyes on. But you get the point, guys. So swing motion, yeah, obviously the market is swinging in a downward move. Some of you, maybe some of the people would argue this is in a bullish movement, yes, but if you look at the overall trending, it's been down, down, down for a long, long, long time. This is something that I did not struggle with, but I just can't understand the concept. It's like, well, it's going up here. Yeah. So obviously, yeah, the market does need to go up and down to obviously balance itself out. So as it's pulling back, obviously you should know by now, guys, what it's doing is obviously creating liquidity to be taken out. And that's obviously whether you do smart money concept or supply and demand, it's just the concept is still the same. Okay, so the agenda, the narrative is still the same. Okay, so we just need to understand, like smart money concepts, they would still be waiting for price to come back up into here, because this was literally the last sort of upward movement before the down whole move. Whereas obviously this is exactly why I jumped to supply and demand. But yeah, other than that, that is literally, to me, that's the only difference between smart money concepts and supply and demand. So yeah, we could have got an entry from there. Some would say, well, a little bit more risky, I guess it could be, because obviously price could come back up into there, yeah. But, you know, like I say, I've said it a few times now, I just felt like I was losing a lot of opportunities such as this. And if you're getting your correct confirmations, then, you know, there's nothing stopping you taking any trade really, as long as you've got a key level for higher time frame, and then as soon as price comes into that zone, then you're just looking for entry confirmations. Like I said last night, you really don't need to be catching the high or the bottom of the move. You know, there was another opportunity through here. Yeah, so allow the market just to literally do what it needs to do. Yeah, this would have been a lot safer bet for you to take in there. Yeah, even through here again. Yeah, it price obviously chopped down to the downside, then came back up. And then this, if you're quite comfortable with structure, start trying to plan out your whole trade now. Like, where will it end up, even if you're not even in it? Okay, so there's a reason that just spiked there. It took that liquidity, yes, before running up. Did it break that high? No. So we're still in a downward move. It came down to pretty much give us equal lows for what? Well, triple. Is it triple? Not far off. Yeah, so double lows, double lows, double low bottoms, whatever you want to call it. For what? It's literally like it's setting you up just to literally like take the piss out of you, right? Set it up. Obviously, retail traders would be buying from here because they would be thinking it's a key level. Yeah, this is a perfect trap for retail traders. And they'd be like, yeah, we're amazing. And then the market gives them 100 pips, which is pretty generous, to be fair. Yeah, 100 pips, then what? Bang. In one candle, that just absolutely smashed them all out. Took that out, and took all that out there. Yeah, and most people would be holding on to a trade, even though they're down here and they've just run in their profits. And then they start to see this, and they start, nah, it's going to push up, it's going to push up, it's going to push up. Yeah, and they just don't have no idea what's going on. And then all of a sudden, price obviously breaks that trend line. This is another thing. Where do you put your trend line? There's a trend line there, there's a trend line here, there's a trend line there. Yeah, there's no really sort of perfect way to put it in. But yeah, that's obviously then smashed all the way through, and then obviously continue to the downside. So yeah, going back to kind of what I was saying, all that is a pullback. It's a, whatever you want to call it, pullback, a rebalancing act, a V-shaped recovery. Yeah, there's all these fucking words flying around. But so yeah, that was that, and then with this, there's no need for us to concentrate on this. Somebody tell me why. Why would we not be interested in this? So let's just say we were currently down, I don't know, let's say we're down here, okay? So on the 14th of July, this summer, let's just say, why would we not really, yes, it's a point of interest, but why would we not be looking at this as a point of interest? Nobody got an answer?
Because there's more points of interest lower down, closer to where it is with the liquidity.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We have to come to the first, just imagine we're driving, right? I'm sure you've all been over fucking stupid speed bumps, especially when you're in the rush and you get stuck in fucking traffic lights. Yeah, so this is the speed bump that we're looking at. We're driving along nicely and we go into a speed bump. If for some reason this road is closed and we have to make a U-turn or a fucking diversion, which is quite common, yeah, we have to do this, right? Up into here, and then they fucking made detour you and just do all that, and then fucking down here, and then you can pull back. Oh, I quite like this analogy, actually. Yeah, and then we may get to our destination, yeah? Well, not destination, because we were originally going upwards, weren't we? So maybe all the way down here, and then all the way back up to where we want to go, right? So mapping out your structure, mapping out what the plan should be, not is always going to be. So if we fail, if this roadblock, let's say, if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, if it fails and we plow through it, you're now thinking, well, where's the next speed bump, right? Where's the next bump in the road? Well, this one, right? Like trades are like buses, okay? You miss one, there's always another one, usually, when they turn up, right? Or a train. Just imagine your little choo-choo train. We're going up and up and up on our little journey. We take a stop here, yeah, a little break. There's a what do you call it, a platform here. Yeah, people either get on and we take the trade, or people get off and they, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, going to get pissed. And then we carry on going to the next stop, right? So we just have to, sorry if you're not liking my analogies, my stories, you just have to think, where is the key elements, the key points, mark them out, just leave them on your chart. There's no need to delete them. Okay, just carry this all the way through, just leave on there. Same as this. Okay, so this currently was our point of interest, because all this price is just, yeah, done what it wants to do. Then we had liquidity here, screaming to be taken out. Then we had the imbalance in here. And then obviously we had this supply zone that did take out liquidity before pushing us down lower and putting a rally of price action in. Okay, so that to me is enough for a point of interest. Okay, not here, I'm not keen on this because it's just literally open in the air, isn't it? It's just literally like out, it's not connected into anything really. Yeah, it was used for a failed demand. So you did have a reaction from there, but again, it's set up perfectly for what? This was all liquidity. It shot up. Look at the size of that candle. Shot up, created even more liquidity. For what? Let's mark this out. Oh, surprise, surprise. Look how fast that took out price. You had to take it out. It even pretty much created equal highs, to be fair, in here. Yeah. So that high and that, this shit is just not coincidental, right? They do it literally on purpose. Yeah, so that was obviously all set up. We got taken out, and then what? So retail traders start thinking, oh, it's plowing through, it's plowing through. They're going to buy, start buying here, buying here, buying here, buying here. What happens? Bang. Yeah, if that didn't take them out, this most definitely would have. What did it do? It came into our demand to carry on pushing higher. Okay, structure to me is absolutely everything, right? You don't go in the car without a sat nav, or obviously a point of destination where you need to know where you're going. If you go into Tesco, obviously you know the way to Tesco. You know you're going to Tesco. That's your end goal. That's your end destination, right? you're going to the train station, then you need to go take that road, you need to go around that roundabout, you need to go over that hump, you need to go down that bridge or whatever it is, and you end up in your end destination. It's important in trading, you understand, we start at point A, how do we get to point B? Okay, you need to map it out. Along the way, there's also going to be more speed bumps, such as equal lows. Is price strong enough to push through these equal lows? Or is this going to act as a support to push price back up? Yeah, so high time frame stuff is super important. Just mark it out and then happily jump down to the 1, 3, 5, 15 minutes. Yeah, but you need to have them pillars of super strong support or action point of interest, area of interest, whatever you guys want to call it. So back to this trade. Okay, so obviously we touched into this, I think last week. Yeah, last Monday, we tapped into here. I was thinking of another sweep, but yeah, the way price sort of played out. Choo-choo train. So yeah, in here we just hovered around for pretty much a week. Yeah, so yeah, 5th Monday today, isn't it? Yeah, a whole week. Yeah, we just did nothing, to be fair. Yeah, we created liquidity in there. It got swept. You could have traded something in here, I'm sure, but and then obviously just dropped. Yeah, I wasn't overly keen on it because we didn't really get a break below and close down here to break this. But still, the intention was, I still think the intention is to push down. If this can go, this would be ideal. If one of these can go, then yeah, I'll be selling for quite a long time, into January probably, down into these points, maybe into here, maybe. Okay, so obviously it's going to be slow now over the Christmas, guys, because obviously the banks are lazy bastards and they just don't trade over the Christmas period. But yeah, 4-hour point of interest, super important. Okay, so you've got that purple box in the background. All we're doing, jumping down to the 15 just to see what's going on. Okay, so in here we did have obviously liquidity, it got taken, and then we ran and put in a new low. Okay, we got an order flow shift through here, we got a breakthrough here, a breakthrough here. Not very strong area, but yeah, still got a break. But yeah, this I really did like how it's all sort of worked out, played out. Yeah, so I touched last night on a 3-pin drive. So you got your 1 drive here, your 2 drive, and then that was your 3rd drive. Notice how they're all, that's the highest, that's the medium, and that's also the lowest. Yeah, it's respect and structure. So all these things you should be taking into consideration when you're looking at, and you can't do this on your phone. Yeah, you can do, but there's a good chance you're going to miss the trade. Okay, so mark it all out on your laptop. Ideally, if you can get a laptop. If you're working, then I'm sure you can connect an iPad or your laptop to your personal hotspot on your phone. Yeah, I'm sure you can do it, guys. Okay, so there was a potential trade through here to start with. So where price tapped into here. This was obviously last week's price action on the Monday again. Beautiful point of interest. Obviously, we had liquidity here. It got ran, and then we obviously pushed to the downside. Okay, so we didn't necessarily break this low point, but the structure for me was enough. Obviously, we had in here, shit, that was a fucking terrible line. We had obviously price pushing here, a pullback, a new push, pullback, new push, yeah, and so forth. Just creating new lows, yeah. Not as strong as obviously, but you know, to say the time frame we're on, and then jumping down to the 1 minute again. If we get our confirmations, I've not looked in here, to be fair. So I'm sure you could. Let's just see what we could get from here. Replay. Let's go down to the. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Jump down to the. Well, let's just wait till it goes in. Well, that was a fucking amazing reaction. Okay, so that was your. Let's go to the one. Because this is your 1 minute setting up, obviously traps. Okay, so when price taps into there, some of you may even still be selling from here, waiting for that stronger reaction, which you do get sometimes, but It's not obviously the greatest, not the safest way to trade, because there's a very, very, very good chance, I'd say 95% chance, price is going to come back up and take liquidity, which it did do. Okay, so now we're looking for intents to the downside. Let's play this out. So see what price does. It was held up with this demand here. Okay, so it was held up for a little while around here. And then what we did do, we got a wick to the downside, and what did that do? Perfectly tapped into that demand, which I think pushed it back up from here. I'm sure there's another sweep here. That was the low, they put the high in. We got that break. And then, yeah, to me, there's not really a trade in there as of yet. Risky, but you could have taken, that was, I guess, the low that put that peak high in. That could have been your order flow shift. And you got your break and a breakthrough here. Not clean, because like I say, it did react off that demand, which it did fail, I guess. It's the only one I may have gone in on. Would have been this in here. Yeah, this wick, the orange one that took out liquidity through here. And then Rand's put in a new low, didn't it? Tapped into the demand, obviously pushed it higher into our entry point. Super annoying, obviously, when you back test, you get fucking amazing trades, right? And then down into, I'd have gotten down into that wick, probably equal with a pretty much, you have to close it out there, to be fair. Pull back, and then obviously smashed all the way through. Came to fill in most of this imbalance in here, or at least 50% of it. And this, if you would have been still in the trade, this would have put me off. You look how price is just staying there. It's just hope it's been held up. Yeah, if this is obviously very bearish, obviously it's small little pullback, continues down. Yeah, so price just literally should just have a small little pullback, push down, pull back, push down, and just continue and continue, right? Now you can start to see this starting to change shape, right? So where's my little bold on? There it is. Yeah, we're starting to get that bold formation. I just don't like how this was being held up. You did actually get an order flow shift in price, so that would have definitely put me off. Okay, so let's work this out. This was your pullback. We put a new low in. Okay, and then this in here was technically pretty much your highest point. Okay, so this was a pullback, which is fine. We put then a new low in, which is also fine. This body here, this green candle was bullish and closed obviously above this orange one here. Yeah, which has given me a little bit of not keen on that. I would still would have been left it running probably for now. But then obviously indecision candle, and then we get that massive huge candle. I would have been pulling out quite soon. I know it broke above here and just about broke above here. So I would be waiting for a small little pullback, but then yeah, I would have been out somewhere in there, to be fair. And then obviously all this was internal liquidity being set up. Yeah, look at that again, pretty much perfect trend line. People will be using that as support and resistance, yeah, resistant level. So thinking, yeah, sell, 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 and then bang, huge push to the upside. I'm sure we get another sweep in here. So now my price from the momentum has changed. Yeah, this is no longer in a bearish move. We're now creating new highs and new lower highs. So play it out from here even further. Again, perfect trap. You can just literally just see it all like being created. Trap, trap, trap. There's liquidity being created all over the place. Now I think there's another sweep coming because can somebody tell me why? What's this called? Maybe hold on.
Consolidation.
Yeah. Consolidation. Yeah, so if you've not heard about this before, guys, CMT, consolidation, manipulation, trend, and we will see now if we get the manipulation. Consolidation is just literally a sideways moving market, which is not great at all. We can't really do much with it. There you go. Right, notice what, so we've just had that sweep. What happened before that? Does anybody notice what happened before that?
So at the bottom, then so at the top.
Yeah. As below, same above. Okay, so you're telling the market, or it's telling you basically, listen, mate, I've done what you want me to do. I've done liquidity, I've done them all over. They're buying from here, they're buying from here, they're buying from here, they're buying from here. Right? I've taken them all out for you. I've done you a favor. Now you do me a favor, kind of thing, right? As below, now I want you to do a job. What you did down there, I want you to go up there now and do the same thing. Okay, and it's vice versa. As above, same below. Bit of a confusing saying again. Don't know where the fuck it's come from. So all these words and meanings, you don't really need to understand them, guys. Just the biggest thing is obviously the patterns, and if you're able to read the markets, then awesome. That's all you need to know, really. Okay, call them whatever you want. Yeah, but obviously push the downside, and then we swept. Yeah, swept this, and then obviously we did sweep this as well. The last time. Now I'm comfortable to think, right, there's nothing else really. There's no need for price to come back up now. It's done its damage. Here, people got trapped, got swept, pushed to the downside. Wasn't overly keen on it. The price action, yeah, you could have got a trade in there, but a little bit more risky. Here, just fanning it around for 3 o'clock in the morning through Asia, like 2 hours consolidation, just did fucking nothing. 20 past 5 for some random reason, decided to sweep, and then we pushed lower, I believe. That's a 5. Yeah, so 5 is a lot cleaner, to be fair. What I would be looking for now is obviously for this ideally to be taken. Yeah, well, definitely this needs to go. 100% that needs to go. Okay, so obviously now it has been done. I want to pull back of some sort on another drop. Don't know whether we get that. There we go. Oh, we've got another sweep. So that was what, London Open? Yeah, bang on 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. Frankfurt, London Open, right? So the big boy stepped in again to take all these out through Asia. So technically, I guess that was Asia high, right? So between midnight and 6 a.m. is your true Asia session. Yeah, so 3 a.m. And yeah, bang, straight up in there, took liquidity and then dropped. Obviously took lows out from here. And that's just been taken now. I'd be happy to look for some sells. Pretty much, yeah, as you wish, really. As soon as it's done all this, and this is what I keep on saying to you guys, just wait for all this fucking price action to do what it needs to do. Yeah, let it give you that arc, let it give you that, you know, the confidence to say, yeah, I'm done now. Yeah, if if you were in this, not the end of the world, is it? You wouldn't have really been, your stop loss would have been probably up there, to be fair, if you were taking this. So that wouldn't have really affected you, but I doubt most of us are up. I don't know. 5:15, anyone up around that time? But yeah, 7 o'clock, that would be nice. Yeah, they're tradable, of course, a lot more risky because you don't really know what is all this at the end of the day. Is, to be fair, it's just pretty much a sideways movement, right? There's nothing major in there, is there? It's like structure wise. So there's nothing really wrong with if you go onto the 15. Yeah, it's not even broken that low, is it? When we were in here. Yeah, all that is, that's low, that's the high point. It's just flying around in there for a while. It could easily just come back down into here and then that. Okay, so higher time frame is super important. If you're going off the 4 hour, you ideally, to be safe, you need this break on the 15 minutes. Okay, you need to allow it. You want the market to show you literally their hands, where it's trying to go, what it's trying to do, what intention it has, and from there, that would have been a nice entry in here. Yeah, remember, not the green upwards before the down move. This is the candle I'm concentrating on. Like I say, most of the time it will line up pretty much every time, but not always. Okay, so just don't get caught out on that. So it's the actual candle that did the damage. Yeah, this didn't do anything for me. That was just the last upward move, and people would be using that as an order block. 5. Yeah, so it's this candle here, remember? Yeah, that's what kind of got through. That's what obviously took liquidity out through in here. You had a little tiny little trend line going on here, and then bang, sweep, and then push to the downside. Okay, you may get away with, no, not really. Yeah, now it gets a bit sort of too confusing for me anyway. So stick to the 5 if you're happy with that. Then that's only 10 pip stop, pretty safe, pretty cool. Obviously 1-to-1, if you guys want to go for that, it took you 5, 10, 15 minutes, get 1% growth, thereabouts. Yeah, so all you could have waited for these candles to just draw this zone out and see how it reacts from there. Obviously you got a perfect reaction, showing signs of weakness in here. Obviously, if anybody follows Matt's, these are pretty much perfect candles that you look for. Okay, so from there you could be looking at jumping down to a lower time frame if you weren't happy with the 1-to-1. If you don't want to go for that, jump down to the 1 and just try and get something within so let's try the 1. That was the candle, but I don't know where we get a perfect tap into there. We actually cover down to there. Yeah, that was a sweep in there. Sweep, yeah. So we'll see how this plays out. So this could have been 3.5. Let's go to 5. 5 pip stop, and then just target them lows. Okay, so 3.5. Let's see if it plays. There you go. This liquidity trapped. Not trapped. What's it called? Informed. You missed that one. Oh, there you go. Right, patience. Some people would actually, including me, not now, used to, I think, oh yeah, it's nearly there, I'm going to take it anyway. Yeah, it would obviously work in your favor this time, but yeah, all it did was as soon as that played out, you heard me call out liquidity being created, and pretty much done the same thing again. Yeah, traps. then get your, you got the wick reaction, this literally quick little jab, right? Takes them all out. And obviously you can see it tapped perfectly into here, into that little zone. Yeah, so again, some people would have been waiting for there, it's just not enough. So sometimes it's a bit better just to draw that little zone out a bit better, unless it plowed through, I don't know. Reaction off, yeah, small reaction off the demand. Yeah, so you guys who are using failed demand and supply zones, so this would have been a good entry for you. So it failed to do its job, it broke below, came back, retest. A bit wicky in there, but I'm sure it dropped from there. Want to retest. Wow, that would be one fucking amazing trade, right? That was one news, wasn't it? Yeah, was it CPI, was it? So yeah, that wouldn't have been great for you, because obviously I had the intention to tap back into there again. And obviously what it did do is, again, it's just literally the same thing over and over. Creates perfect equal highs, then surprise, surprise, takes them out and then drops. Yeah, massive, huge drop. So that was last week. Yeah, so then obviously we got price action from, let's delete all that now. So that all played out. So if you remember from early on, that was roughly the 4 hour. So I was interested to see what was inside this wick in here. CPI tomorrow, up or down, sideways. So 15 minutes in here. Yeah, this is obviously, like I say, you're always looking for the same thing, guys. The wick that did the damage and then put in the new low, okay? So 15, I don't think there's anything there. And the 5, I quite like the 5 was off there. Actually, let me just leave the 15 in. That's the 15. 15, and we highlight this. This was, yeah, literally like textbook trade for me. 5 minutes, and we also had the 1 minute, but I was happy with how we were looking at. So we obviously had the 1 minute up top there. Yeah, it wasn't nice for me. There was no wick to it. There's no sort of damage really, if that makes sense. It's just a candle, no really sort of purpose to it in my opinion, but it was there. Let's go back to the 5. And then yeah, today's right. Let's fasten this up a bit. So yeah, I had my alarm set through just above these areas in here. I think it came close quite a few times today before it did actually tap in. So this was, yeah, 1 o'clock today. Okay, so let's go back to 15. Yeah, through, let's carry this through. Yeah, so in here, I was thinking, is that what I was waiting for? Is that what I was waiting for? And I was thinking, it's not. I'm waiting for these to go. Yeah, so them sort of equal lows in there. I really did believe it was going to tap into that 5 minute. It may do. Still only on Monday today. Yeah, it's clearly tapped into the 15-minute supply into the yellow box. Obviously, like we were just looking at then, was it last week, wasn't it? We obviously got quite a few drives. Yeah, and then I really do believe there's going to be another sweep into here, just like we were just speaking about 2-3 minutes ago. Yeah, so could obviously have this, then another trap. Obviously, price is forming quite nicely at the moment. And then from there we go. Spoke too soon. That was your sweep again. Nearly topped that fucking 5 minutes. Yeah, but yeah, on the MT4, it may very well have MT5, and then obviously dropped. And yeah, I was super pissed off. I fucking missed this. But yeah, there we go. Is what it is. Came back into this zone again. You're pretty much perfect, and reacted again. So 1 minute if you're looking for an entry. Let's break that down. Let's go back into here. So this was clear liquidity ready to be taken. That would have taken that one. Okay, so that black line, that's high there. Okay, so let's play out on the 1 minute in here. perfectly tapped into the supply. Where did it react to? Down perfectly into the demand. Yeah, these things are literally, you can just mark them up, you can just spot them all the time. Swept. I think there's another sweep as well, isn't there? So again, let's go back onto the 5 minute now. We haven't really broken the structure, have we? This still, yeah, it's kind of swings and roundabouts. If you're happy, I would have taken it from here, to be fair. You know, it's kind of pointless having these marked out if you're not going to take a trade from the top sometimes. You can't be waiting all the time for price to break, because you may very well have missed then 18-20 pip move. Yeah, so it does depend on how aggressive, how sort of careful you want to trade, to be fair. These are key levels that we are marking out for a reaction, but still, you know, don't just sell or buy purely off that reaction. You know, you still need your confirmations, but yeah, currently it's obviously it's reacting. And we did get a break there, and it must have come back up again, yeah. So another sweep. So technically, wouldn't have been the best idea to trade from there anyhow. So let's put that down. So what we had was obviously price in here, pull back into here, put small little pullback into here, pull back into here, pull back, new high. Yeah, and then we did get an order flow shift. This got respected. It didn't obviously break that high through here. We got this, that nothing really made, not very strong structure in here, is it? Even though we did get a break in here, break in here. Yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable until that had been gone, to be fair. Like I say all the time, is on an obviously higher time frame, let's go to 15. This was obviously our lowest point, and this was our highest point. Yeah, so on a higher time frame, yeah, this wouldn't have been really valid until that got broke, which was after your potential entry. Yeah, so higher time frame, there's nothing wrong with flipping back to the higher time frame and waiting for this to happen. I would say, I don't really know percentages, but it makes it a lot more probable. Yeah, because on the higher time frame now, or a medium time frame, let's say, yeah, you've got your intent now, right? On the 1 minute, it's just a bundle of a lot of orders, isn't it, really? Yeah, this is structure, right? Remember, order flow is always done after 15 minutes. So that's what you should be really looking at. Yeah, there's no need to jump in, honestly, guys. You just wait for this break, and then you think, right, okay, now it's broken. Now you can start looking for sells, okay? So it did break down there, but then would we be looking at selling from this area or not? Put 1 in the chat if you'd sell from this area. Don't say 2 just because you've seen it gone through there. But 1 if you would take it, 2 if not. Alex says 2. Anybody else? Quarter risk, looking for 10 pips, only then wait for a pullback. So Steve would have gone for, we're looking for a sweep. Alan, I'm guessing you'd be looking for a sweep to the upside first, yeah, you mean, and then down? So I would and I wouldn't, yeah, I would be more swayed towards no, because where are we in the leg? This is super important. So structure-wise, you need to mark out this whole leg, this range, and the highest point, remember, you can use this as a Fibonacci, which I don't use anymore. I've just changed it over to 50%. Okay, so this is my lower 50%. Therefore, I wouldn't have taken the trade, because even if we go back to Fibonacci, which does anybody know how not to use a Fibonacci? I'm sure you all do. Yeah, so key levels, remember. Yeah, it doesn't matter about levels, just forget about levels. You always want to, you want, obviously, the price is in here. This is a point of interest. The price does this. There's a very good chance, I think you all know, you want to pull back as high as possible in this leg, right? Let's just say this is a Fibonacci level. Obviously, we've got 78 or 88 levels in here. So the higher we can get, the better sort of deal we get, right? Because the risk to reward is going to be better. But to me personally, that ties in too much with smart money concepts. So I'd be happy to anywhere. Let's just mark out this orange box now then. Right, that's the upper 50% of this whole leg, right? So this is the highest point, this wick. Yeah, and this is the whole leg, okay, to the lowest point. Now I've marked it out. In the grey box down below, I've got no interest. Okay, in the orange box, yes. The price needs to get back into there. In there, where I just asked you whether you sell or not, that was in the lower 50%. Therefore, I've got no interest in selling from there, okay? So, anyway, in this grey box now, let's chop it down and see if we can get a potential entry from there. Let's say, not really the cleanest. Big, isn't it? This candle was actually the candle that did the damage. I personally probably would have been taken out in my stop loss. If I was looking at this sort of range in here, my stop loss would have been 61, maybe like 7.5, maybe 8. I think it would, yeah, just would literally take me out. That's just me being honest. Yeah, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, have your stop loss up here, just look good. But realistically, obviously, back testing is easy, isn't it, guys? So yeah, you need to be realistic with how you back test. You know, if some of you may have even had it a bit tighter, and that's just unfortunate. Yeah, it's just fucking market's been the market. It's been an absolute bitch. So, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. You know, these sort of intents is still there, I guess, because, you know, let's just see where price action does flow from here. So from here, if I've been taken out, I'd now be wanting all this low to be taken. Now I'd be sort of confident again to look for a sell from here. Okay, so within this leg again. But I'd obviously want price to come back up into the higher part of the leg again. Okay, but I think it just dropped quite a lot today, didn't it? This scenario, like I say, I'd be, again, a little bit more risky, but I would be happy to take a trade from here. This is pretty much like a continuation of a huge sort of strong move to the downside, isn't it? Look how powerful that is. Not many green candles, not many pullbacks today. Got a little bit of so most of the volume was down there. You got a bit of volume through here. I covered this last night, by the way, if you weren't on the call, guys. So volume profiling tool. If you want to know more about it, then the call is on the Discord. The pullback in here would have been sort of happy to how beautiful is that? 30-second candle. It's perfectly tapped into it. Yeah, so it does work. Obviously, sometimes beautiful. You know, sometimes it's literally all you need. I think this is slightly luck, to be fair. There's only a 2-pip, a 3-pip stop loss. Not luck, but you are testing. You're pushing the boat out, aren't you? Really, 1 to 2, 1 to 2.5, whatever it would be. And then let's go back to 1 minute. Yeah, you could have obviously got the same on the 1 minute. Obviously, the risk to reward would have been a big difference. But yeah, then it started to sort of curve off again. So that would have put me off, you know. From here, I would have most definitely wanted this to drop and break for me to stay in the trade. It didn't, and we got a huge engulfing candle that engulfed through there. And obviously you start thinking, well, that's shifted, yeah, above this wick in here, got a pull back down into here, and then that got respected, that demand there. And as soon as I would have seen this green candle have been out, don't know what happened then. Yeah, so there you go. Started to pull back to where, I don't know. Really get a reaction from there. Yeah, it's all a bit messy now. So if you can catch this run, this whole run, these are great. These are fucking phenomenal to catch. Yeah, they really, really are. You can catch these runs where price, this takes quite a lot of, not experience, but just being able to read the price action. You know, when you watch that, I will watch this on MT5 and just literally see how each candle is reacting. Yeah, so look how I'm just thinking, then bang, straight down, strong, a bit weak in here, and then bang, strong again. Yeah, so the sellers are taking over. It was weak from there because obviously it was reacting from this demand zone. Okay, so that's important. I wouldn't be entering here because price could have fucking easily just come into here and then continue to the upside. So that's just something that you need to sort of work on yourself if you want to be taking smaller scalpy trades from in here, you know, see how it reacts from there. As soon as it fails, then you think, well, yeah, it was the sellers are still in control. It's plowed through, it's hovered around here for a while. Don't know why, and there you go, it's reacted from that section in there. Yeah, as soon as this sort of starts to curve, you know, there's a big difference between this pull back down to this push, pull back down, hovers around, engulfing candles. Yeah, it just screams like stay away, not stay away, but get out. Yeah, but if you'd have caught that, it would have been a great trade. And from there, don't think much else, is it? It's broken again. There we go. From there, so now I'll be looking at 15. Yeah, price action is not great on it. Some people will be taking sales from here, which I believe it. I want price to come back up into here. This would be very, very nice to see. So price taps into here, breaks all this. This shows us obviously intent, and then slowly comes back up into here. Yeah, sweeps, pull back, and then drop even further to tap into any of this price action in here. Takes out, you know, have that there, taps into that sort of trend line. Yeah, so, and then pull back into there, and then away we go. Who knows, right? So just mark out your levels, guys, and then, you know, if you get the right confirmations, there's nothing more we can do. Literally, there's nothing more we can do. I'm really not really concerned, but I do have my eye up on this. I think it's going to come back up into here. When? Who knows? Okay, so at the moment we are technically bullish, I guess, right? So it would be nice to see price come down to here or here, then rally us back up into this maybe. So yeah, the 4 hour, you just mark them out as, you know, main sort of stumps that you need to get from point A to B, and then you just try and fill in the gaps in between, really. You know, try and sort of understand how to get there. Have we got any questions, guys? Are we on? Any other sort of pairs you want to look at? Any questions? I didn't get any WhatsApps or any sort of messages today, so I'm guessing you're all good. Alex is all good. Anybody else? No, all good. Okay. I said last night, guys, if you stay there quiet, I can't help you. I can't sort of, it could be the smallest of things that you may struggle with it massively. It could be just one simple solution to explain it. It doesn't have to be me. You can ask somebody else. If you've got any concerns, guys, just please, that's what we're here for. If you really don't understand, or if you're taking a loss, don't just say, oh, fuck it, I lost. You need to go back and understand why it lost. Yeah, I hope you're all doing that. If you take a loss, you need to sort of zoom back out, go into the higher time frames, analyze it, go back down into smaller time frames. What did you miss? That's literally the only way you're going to learn and grow. Yeah, because hopefully you do that 2 or 3 times, and believe me, I've done it about 10, 15 times and not learned from it. Yeah, hopefully you guys will learn from your mistakes. Yeah, you won't do it again. Yeah, so you just become a better trader by doing the mistakes. Yeah, you have to get burnt many times to touch the hot stuff, right? So yeah, just structure is everything to me. Price action, as in just watch the candles. This is why it's pretty important to stick to 2 or 3 max, very maximum 5 pairs, I would say. Otherwise you can't keep up with all of them. You really can't. There's no way you can catch EU and then jump over to like NZD JPY and take a trade there. And then if you're funded with Finitive, they'll only allow you 3 trades open at the same time. So that's somebody's done that mistake last week and blown their accounts because they were just rushing. They were trying to take. They had 3 or 4 pairs, I think they were looking at. One was in pretty much big profit, one trade, and then jumped over. Obviously, the alarm went on another pair, and then he got into that. And then the first one, he was in profit. It was went into drawdown, so nothing major, but obviously it wasn't great. And then obviously the second one, he took that one, and then he stacked the second pair, I think it was. Yeah, so he had 3 trades on the second one and 1 on the first one, trying to make up for his drawdown. Yeah, so 4 trades on, and then yeah, price gone. Lost 1% this morning, not seeing the buy intention, made it back this afternoon. Price action this morning, rockets at me, less than journaled. Super important. Well done, Steve. Journal everything, guys. Please journal everything. I used to find it not childish, but intimidating is the right word. I don't know really what just it just wasn't for me. I think, fuck that, I don't want to do that. It was a waste of time that is. Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. But then yeah, looking back now on my journal, it's super, super important. Even if you do it on an Excel spreadsheet, have it all on there. You can see your wins, your losses, the time of day. So if you took 100 trades and let's say, I don't know, 13% of them lost and they were between 7 and 9 a.m., then don't trade between 7 and 9. That's the whole point of journaling, right? You can look back. Some of you may have heard this story before, believe it or not. I try not to trade when it's raining outside. It just puts me in a bad mood. Yeah, and that's just something I found from writing down in my journal, the weather. Yeah, if you speak to a psychologist or a counselor or a therapist, they will ask you to journal, and they will also ask you to jot down the weather, because it does change people. Yeah, look how happy people are in like Spain, fucking France, Dubai. It's all the sun. So generally, when we get summers here, we're all like fucking laughing. All the beers are flowing, the barbecue, doing your misses on the patio outside. Yeah, so it's just all a lot better than it. Now we're all fucking freezing our bollocks off in the winter, shit weather, everybody's pissed off, it's dark, gloomy. It makes a difference, right? If you're pissed off and you soak through, you had the fucking shit day at work, your missus gets in the house and starts fucking having a go in you. You didn't with the fucking recycling out last night. You just want to tell her to fuck off. You tell her to jump on the charts. You're already in a bad mood. Yeah, you're pissed off. Who's going to cop it? The charts. If you take one trade, what's going to happen? Oh, fuck this, I'm going to put another one on. I've done it. I've literally did it like 3 weeks ago. I still do it. Yeah, so you're never going to beat the charts. So it's very, very, very hard to sort of stop and sort of take a breather. It's easy for me to sit here and say, well, yeah, do this, do that, do that. You know, it's totally different when you're in it, right? So yeah, just set alarms. You know, some people do that. So on your phone, just set an alarm for like 3 or 5 minutes. That's like your check, your mental health check. Especially if you're trading small time frames. You know, if you've taken a 1 minute trade off the 1 minute chart and your alarm goes off, pretty annoying. But yeah, it's if you've taken a loss and your alarm goes off, you think, oh yeah, shit, that was my why is my alarm going off? Oh, it's a check. Yeah, just have something. There's a check for me to check whether I'm trading, whether I've just taken a loss, whether I've doing the right thing. Maybe I should just literally go to the next room for 30 seconds, come back. And it's crazy. You can sit in the chair now, walk out the room, come back, and you'll see the chart in a different way. It's just insane, right? So one thing I will tell you is the more time you spend on the charts, the less concentration you have, the less focus. Yeah, because it's just draining, right? Yeah. So obviously you guys know I got a taxi company. If I drive to like from me to Heathrow is like 5 hours, that's a fucking long drive there and back, right? That's what we pretty much do. Round trip, 11 hours, 10 and a half, 11 hours. Yeah, by the time obviously I'm on the way back, yeah, I'm alert, but nowhere near as what I was when I started on the way, right? Just bored, my back is killing me. I got bad sciatica. Yeah, and fucking if it starts pissing down with rain, just makes it even worse. Just been a long day. I'm sure you guys are the same. But yeah, it's a juggling act. I'm sure you're all aware. Obviously, trying to juggle your family commitments and work and fucking invoicing if you guys are self-employed and whatever else is life throws at you. Right, it's hard. So I would just say stack away 1 or 2 hours. If you get up at 6, I would tell you to get up at 5. Get your trading done. If you're not a morning person like me, then don't do it. Yeah, simple as that. I just don't function in the morning. I hate it. Yeah, well, I can function, but my concentration span is terrible. Yeah, so I'm very, very, very lucky. Obviously, I've just got the school runs with the taxi, so which is 8 a.m. and then 4 p.m. Super annoying. Can't really do much with my day, but there we go. So obviously, I'm in a very, very, very good position to trade between 9 when I get home, but it's 8:45 and 3 o'clock. Yeah, we're in the UK, we're the perfect place for Forex. Yeah, because we've got the London and New York crossover. People in America are getting up like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. just to trade London Open. Yeah, so we're very lucky here, guys. Yeah, so just do what you can. Like I say, if you need to take a trade in work, then take a laptop or little iPad, or you can do it. Yeah, obviously Matt has done it for quite a long while before he went down to 2 days. What I would be doing is just setting up the whole trade the night before. Like now, set it all up, 4 hour, and then you just mark it all out, put new boxes in here, and then even use these things. Yeah, say like write on them. It's 4 hour POI. So when you go on your phone tomorrow, you can quickly just look at it and think, yeah, bang, bang, bang. I remember that from last night. That's there. You've got that. That's the 4 hour POI. I'm now looking for this to happen, and just watch it. Yeah, if you've got to move your alarm, just move your alarm. Go off again. If you've got a boss, then if you have to go to the toilet and try and fucking hide. But yeah, there's a lot of us done it. There's a lot of us juggled. Connor did it. He's working for somebody on the rails, wasn't he? Next to Grail. He was doing it on his lunch break. Yeah, took his laptop in pretty much every day. Now look at him. I don't know actually what he's up to, but when we had the event in, where was it? Milton Keynes, right? He was on obviously 100 grand personal money. If you guys didn't know that. So yeah, it's obviously doable, guys. It's just how hungry you are. You've got to want it. Your why has to be big enough. Remember, always comes back down to your why. Your why do you do it? And please don't tell me about the money, because we all do it for the money. There has to be a bigger reason, bigger purpose, bigger scope to it. It's financial freedom, your time, more time with the family, cars, holidays. Yeah, that's nice, but why do you actually do it? Why do you really want to do it? Yeah, well, I'm guessing most of you just want to sack off the tools because your backs are fucked. Which obviously is a great why, because obviously you can spend the rest of your life doing nothing, just get like fat like me, put on like 3 stone, like 2.5 years. Yeah, there we go. Rant over. If you've got any questions, guys, just let me know. Like I say, just Text me on WhatsApp if you need me, 07434504277. Any dick pics are very, very welcome. So yeah, if you just want to send over a chat, it's 10 times easier for me to reply to you on WhatsApp than Discord. I really don't like Discord, which is why I'm never in there. Okay, so any setups, I'm sure you can just post them into the supply and demand section as well, guys. So yeah, there's obviously great people coming on there now. Some good traders. Then the next multi-millionaire looks like he's going to be Mr. Fisher. He's doing very well. Yeah, he's taking great trades. So, but yeah, well done, guys. So I'll catch you in the week. Have a good night.